Hi, I'm Ryan Roth, Hardware Solutions Product Manager at Radian Research. In this video, we're going to learn how to create sites in WATnet Basic software and then sync those sites to our Winboard embedded software. So what exactly does this mean? Well, the sites originated in our Winboard embedded software back in our WE20, our WE30, and now our RW30 and Bantam Plus field test kits. We would use these sites to associate devices at a meter installation in the software, and this allowed us to combine all those related test results into one report. And we called that report the site report. So we could take meter, current transformer, potential transformer, wiring verification, phasor diagrams, harmonics, transducers, all of these tests and combine them into one report. You can create that report in Winboard Embedded right there in the field, but you could also bring back and sync that back to WATnet Basic in the shop and print that report there as well. So we have what we call a simple site report and a full site report. Right now, let's show a quick example of a simple site report. You can see in this report, it's one page. At the top, it tells this is the site we've created. It tells a little bit about the meter, customer load test, has a phantom load test, current transformer ratio and phase error, the metrics that we've measured right off the test switch, as well as a vector diagram. There's also a full site report that you can get upwards of 20 pages on. It also allows you to customize that report so you can get anything in between as well. In WATnet Basic, or any of our family of WATnet software, it gives you the ability to create these sites and then sync them down to your field equipment. So on rainy days, or depending on where you're at in the country, any kind of extreme weather conditions, and it prevents you from going out in the field, you can sit there, create sites in your WATnet Basic, sync those sites down to your field equipment, and that allows you to continue supporting your field efforts even though you're stuck in the shop. So let's demonstrate creating a site on let's just say a 9S meter installation. We'll add a meter and we'll add 3 CTs to the site. From the WATnet Basic homepage, I can go to Equipment, then select Site Information. We don't have the site created yet, so I'll just go ahead and cancel this and then select Add. Once I select Add, I can then choose a new site. Then I'll name that site. I'll name this Radian Research. I'll put in a little bit of information about where we're located. This information is purely for you. You don't have to enter this information, but of course it looks great to have it on the report. You can even enter account numbers and premise numbers. Then I'll hit Next. Allows me to verify that information. Next again. And at this point it says, hey, do you want to add a circuit to the site? Really what it means by a circuit is a given meter and the devices that support that meter. So we're assuming that any given site you can have more than one meter. Say you go to a substation, there may be 5 meters there, and each one of those meters has unique CTs and PTs supporting it. This allows you to create multiple circuits, as we call them, for each meter, all with unique devices under it. For this example, we'll just have one circuit. So at this point I need to name that circuit, and I'll just call it main. It even gives me the option to enter latitude and longitude. Now I need to add the devices underneath that circuit. So first, I'll add an electric meter. I'll select Add, Meter Scaler, and you can see I've added this device. Now I can choose from CTs, PTs, standards, transducers. For this example, I'll add a current transformer. Let's add another current transformer. And a third current transformer. And you would add, duplicate these steps for however many devices you had at the site. So for this example, we'll just say we're complete. I'll select Next. Shows me what I have selected. If I hit Next again, and it gives me the ability to add another circuit if I so desire. But for this, I'll just hit Finish. Now you can see I actually have 4 devices. So I have the name of the site, Radian Research. I have the name of the circuit. I'll just call it main because for this I only have one. And then I have the devices associated to that. So this is a very powerful tool because not only does it tell me what devices I have at this site today, but I can even take snapshots in time. So that allows me to say, basically create a site history, right? So I can look back at what what devices that I have that a site at any given moment in time. So when I do things, say at a later date, I come in and I right click and I exchange this particular piece of particular meter for another one, I can still look back and see, well, several years ago, this is the meter I had at the site. So now I've successfully created it. Let's save this site and let's look at Winboard Embedded. So I've remoted into an RW30 true three-phase field tester here in my office. If I select my RW30, I've pre-connected to the database. So with my RW30 device, all we have to do is set it up to connect to the SQL database that my computer is connected to. If we look in the top right hand corner, we'll actually see the same WATNet basic icon that I'll see on the desktop of my laptop. Basically, that's just telling me that I have that remote connection. If I click on this icon in the top right, it's going to ask me, do I want to perform a full or an incremental sync? A full sync would actually sync all the data, all the meter tests, CT tests, sites, everything I've ever had on this unit. An incremental sync will just sync what I've had since the last time I synced. So for this example, let's do an incremental sync. Once I select it, you can see some windows flash up as data transfers back and forth. And let's just validate in the Winboard Embedded software that my Radian Research site is available. I can do that by going to Site Information, Edit Site Information, Load, and you can see my Radian Research site is available. Radian Research, I have my circuit that's main, I have the meter number that I entered, and each one of the current transformers that I designed. You can also create these sites out in the field and sync back up to WATNet Basic when you get back to the shop. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at 765-449-5500 or email technical support at radianresearch.com.